What's up, guys? We're in a 2015 Mini Cooper S, and let's see what it's all about. It has a really cool start-stop button, kind of like an airplane. We are currently in Phoenix, Arizona. It is in the morning and it is starting to heat up outside, so I'm going to cruise around, let the car warm up. But this is a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder, and these things, pretty positive they're made by BMW. Right off the bat, the steering is actually way tighter than I thought it would be. Obviously, this is like the sportier one, and you'd expect it to be somewhat, like a sports car, and right off the bat, yeah, the steering is very, very tight. I'm shocked. I'm looking at some paddle shifters right now. This is actually the first Mini Cooper I really gonna have time to spend, behind the wheel, and it's looking really nice. Steering wheel is really nice, black, leather, half leather. Well, it's full leather around the outside and then plastic in the middle, like any other steering wheel, but it's got tons of controls. It's right up in your face. Turn signal doesn't hang low. It just tap it and it clicks the button and goes back to normal position. You can press it again up and it goes away. Press it barely. Blinks 3 times for changing lanes. Brakes pretty mushy. It's already got the auto off at a stoplight, so I'm gonna hit the switch so the car stays on at a stoplight. All the new cars have that. Just cruise around till the car warms up. I see Harman Kardon speakers everywhere, which my brother actually just got this car, and my mom got a Mini Cooper not too long ago. And this one is one of the higher end models, and the interior does look a little bit fancier. The sound system is actually pretty good. He's already showed me it. The gauge is right in the middle, and then we also have another circle in the middle, which is like your stereo and everything like that, all your controls. But the gauge is on the sport model right here, and you have your RPM on the left, your how fast you're going in the middle, your gas gauge. I actually really like it shows how many miles till empty and your time and all that. The display is really satisfying. It's a very sharp screen. It looks like something you'd see on your phone. On the shifter, there's a ring around the bottom, and you can actually push it to the left or the right. You push it to the left, it's in sport mode. Wow, and the throttle response is way more sensitive already. And then it has a little pop-up on the screen. It says, "Let's motor hard sport mode." Then you click it back to the right. It's basically the ring at the bottom, and then you when you click it, it just goes like this. And then if you go to sport, you click it to the other way. It's real simple. It's kind of just like another button. This is 6-speed transmission, automatic, obviously, and I haven't felt a hard shift or anything like that yet, and I really like it. Oh wow, I didn't even notice this. The gas gauge on the side of the speedometer is actually physical lights. It's not just a screen or something. That's wild. Kind of like it. The visibility out the rear view mirror is not the best, but enough to get by. Side mirrors, I think I get used to it. Brakes feel perfect. Not too sensitive like a Ford, not too soft like a Chevy. Oh wow, the turning radius is not there. Let's feel it. Whoa, wow, what? This thing is quick. I'm not gonna floor it, but I'm gonna get on at about 90% first gear. Wow, the shifting is fast. It bites so hard. That is tight. Okay. That I really dig that. I was not expecting that. I usually see that in higher end cars. It was whoa, pa, pa. It actually grabs the gear and dumps it right away. Really responsive. That's super fun, and it's a lot different than automatic. When you're shifting automatic, it's kind of just whoa. That is what's up. Downshifting is just as smooth as you'd ever want it. Pull from 4,000. Shift at 6. It pulls hard. What the heck? I can't imagine a 2-door one. You look at these cars, you're like, okay, they're definitely quick because they're small and they don't weigh anything, but Let's hear the boost. Did I just hear some popping? I think I heard a little bit of burble. 40 miles an hour, downshift a second. Oh, we got some burble when you're on second gear and you blip the throttle a little bit. On a stock car? What? All right, 4,500 RPM. We have a little bit of burble. Let's go. In the Mini. Holy crap, we're booking it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was kind of a girly car, but after getting behind the wheel, I see you, Tyler. I see you. Like every Mini Cooper, this one is front-wheel drive, and it actually is not that apparent that it's front-wheel drive like you would think. I'm sure it's got some type of brake control and things like that to help put away with that front-wheel drive torque steer. I used to drive a Mazda Speed 3, so I know what bad torque steer is, because I don't think it gets much worse than that car, which makes it fun. But this car, you really don't need it. Shifts at about 63, 400 RPM, 80, 90. Wow. We're in a Mini Cooper. You wouldn't think a car like this just really wants you to drive it hard. I'm happy because this is one of those cars that's stock and still really fun to drive. A lot of cars you need to do some supporting mods to make it somewhat fun, but they make it just loud enough you can hear it. It has a little bit of pop. Exhaust sounds really good. The motor sounds super good. Shifting is on point in manual. But can you imagine if you had an intake, catback, maybe a catless downpipe? For sure a catless downpipe, but then it would be like not very dailyable. And you know, if you have a Mini Cooper, you might not be the most car crazy and wanting super loud exhaust, but I know it would sound sick. Oh, a little bit of skirt on the tires. And you really don't feel like you're hurting the car when you're romping on it. Like, it's very well built. It doesn't make any noises. You know, the transmission is smooth. You don't have to feel guilty driving this thing. And when I'm getting on it, I'm only doing like 90% throttle, and I'm having plenty of fun. You don't really have to kill it. The paddle shifters are not like a click. They're just kind of like a tap, more so. Ah, that first gear shifts, and the second when you get about 50% throttle, it sounds cool. It kind of reminds me of an Audi, honestly, and a Beamer. Like a little bit of a mix. It's a little different. It's kind of... I'm a fan. It's 91 degrees outside, so not driving too crazy hard. Got to be nice to it. I had this expectation that this car was going to be fun to drive, but not, you know, it just wasn't going to be like where it should be. But just like a lot of cars, once you get behind the wheel and experience it, you're like, okay, it's actually a lot better than you think. And sometimes you just don't know until you drive it. That's one of those cars. That's like an Evo for me. I really, really need to drive or ride in a crazy Evo to understand them, because I don't really get the whole hype about them. I get it, like they're nasty, like they sound crazy, and you know, they're really fast. You can build them up a lot from a stock block, but I don't know. I really need to get inside one of those cars and figure out what it's all about. But the Mini though, kind of same thing. I'm like so blown away. If I had like 6 buddies in these things, you know, mobbing through the hills together, we'd have a ball. This is kind of like a Miata, but bigger, and you have a hatchback and more space, and it's more luxurious. It feels like a go-kart. Even the 4-door one. I can't imagine the 2-door one a little bit lower, smaller, shorter. That one's probably quick. Back in my hometown when I had my Mazda Speed 3, and I came up to a light, and a guy pulled up in a 2-door Mini Cooper S, and he walked on me. He was like full bolt-ons though, for sure. And he walked on me. It was like, I was mind blown. All things aside, I can go into the specs of this car and, you know, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But it's just a really fun car to drive. It's well built. There's no rattles in here that I can hear that are like bothering me. The car has 44,000 miles on it, so that's a good sign. Everything feels really well built for being the price point it is. It's I'm impressed, and it's quick. Blown away. You can have so much fun in this car, and it has a lot of potential. I can't imagine if you modded it out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you have a bigger respect for Mini Cooper like I do now. And oh yeah, before we go, karmaspeed.com, I'm giving away a dash cam and an intake. Go to karmaspeed.com, enter your email. I'm emailing you guys soon with all the info. I am working my butt off on my off time, not doing these videos because I'm coming out with some cool stuff and I want you guys to be the first ones to know. A bunch of you guys already signed up. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back to watch the videos, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.